This is Game 2 at the Molson Centre. It's a sold-out crowd tonight, and both teams eager for a victory. So let's head upstairs to the broadcast booth right now and say hello to John Bartlett and Dave Bradley for their thoughts on the game.
It's the Battalion and Colts with Game 2 from the Molson Centre. And play underway as the Colts got caught for an offside 6 seconds into the period, and now the draw outside the zone. McMillan back to Swanson, and he'll hammer it in as he falls. Comes to the point, Kenny Young shot right on, and Brad Topping will make the save. And hang on as we have a look at our starting goaltenders for tonight's game. There is Brad Topping. He made 2 relief appearances last season. That's his only playoff experience, but comes into this one on the victory in Game 1. At the other end of the ice, it is Paulo Koliakovo. 4 games in playoff history for him, 2 with Belleville and 2 last season with Barrie. Jen was in front as the checking line has been reunited for the Colts, but back up ice is Chris Rowan. Centers, here's the first shot and a save made, and the rebound is batted wide. Here's Adam Henrik in the corner, but he's got Jan Platiel all over him. Volsky, Young, point shot, save Koliakovo, loose pockets. Henrik with it, his shot, they score! Adam Henrik puts it by Koliakovo and Jan Platiel, and it's a power play goal, and the Battalion will get on the board first. It's 1-0.
Henrik with no points in the first game for the Brampton Battalion is first player to open the scoring in this game as Paulo Koliakovo going down and is well out of position. Once that rebound comes out, take a look at Henrik there fighting off a check, then firing a shot past a sprawling Paulo Koliakovo and past to Jan Platiel, who's down on his knees in the crease trying to play some goaltending himself. Can't quite do it as the Brampton Battalion jump out to a 1-0 lead early on in this game number 2.
Luke Chason. Here's Nick Lees up with it down the wing. Lees brings it into the zone, tries to fight away from Luby. Fans wanted a call there. They don't get one. Chason scores! Luke Chason gets the goal right in front of the net, and the Colts tied at 1.
Well, the Brampton Battalion might have been a little preoccupied wondering if a call was going to come against them as Nick Lees was hauled down, but kind of standing watching as Luke Chason was all by himself right at the top of the crease, got a couple whacks at it, finally puts it past Brad Topping, who was down in fairly good position. Topping looking at himself, wondering why he didn't get that one.
Spear in front, Chason, shot goes over the net. Looking for his second in a hurry. Chason on the boards now, Colts with a man advantage. Platiel at the point. Off to Chason, hops off his stick. He'll try to poke it to Dan Spear. He's in trouble. Chason will feed it to Platiel. Fires the shot, scores! A rocket from the point that may have been deflected in front, and the Colts take the lead, 2-1.
I think that may have been a tip off the stick of B.J. Crombie, who was standing in the high slot, but a big booming shot from Jan Platiel fooled the entire Brampton Battalion team, and as quick as that, it's 2-1 for the Colts. You can see it did get a tip in front. Looks like it either went off Stuart Simmons or B.J. Crombie, and Topping really with no chance. It was an excellent position to stop that shot.
Clayton up the wing. Clayton hands it off. Olahan centers, and coming to the net was Henrik, goes into Platiel, and the two of them go into Koliakovo. The net comes off, and now a party will start in the corner, and everybody's invited.
Everybody is. Good news for the Colts. Paulo Koliakovo back up on his feet, and Adam Henrik being escorted out. It doesn't look like anything too serious will come of this. Just
Wojtek Volsky chips it out by Riley Moore. Platiel's got a hustle and then dumps David Brown. Penalty coming up to the Colts. And it's an interference call going to Jan Platiel as Brown was racing for the puck, and Platiel cut him off, but in Carmen Cox's eyes, he'll sit in the box for 2.
a good solid hit by Jan Platiel. Taking one for the team, as we mentioned in the show opening, by David Brown. You can take a look at the 2 going for the puck. Platiel really doesn't pay attention to the puck all that much and just takes David Brown right to the ice, and that's 2 for interference.
Being worked over by Kenny Young. Feeds it for Chris Clayton. Back to the point. Mike Luby with it. Luby off for Clayton. Clayton in front. Across Volsky. Shot. Great save made by Koliakovo as he kicked out the left pad.
For the Dallas Stars, something good to see.
Here's McClement backing into center. Platiel takes a look at the clock. He hammers one on goal, and Topping has to cover it up. And because of that, the Colts will get a face-off in the Brampton zone with 0.8 seconds to go in the first period.
Well, that's a
Chase on, back to Swanson. Lots of open ice. Fires, and it's off the glove of Topping. Chase on gets it back to Swanson at the point. Holds his shot. Now he fans on it. Gets it back. Over to Chase on. Chase on. To beyond Platil. Platil, top of the circle. Wrister blocked right down the puck. They score!
It was a case to follow the bouncing puck, and it was BJ Crombie that could follow it just a little bit better than Brad Topping. As the initial shot comes in from Jan Platil, the puck drops straight down. Dan Spear backhands it back to BJ Crombie in a pretty decent heads-up move, just to put that puck into the open space as BJ Crombie fought off a check from Kevin Young to get to that loose puck.
So
finish off with that goal. Here comes a shot in by Jan Platil. Topping makes the initial save again, screened on the shot. Spear puts it over to BJ Crombie, and just like that, Crombie, that's his first goal of the night.
And now Crombie has Chris Rowan grab his stick and throw it away, while Carmen Cox went over to have a word with Sam Butler, as Butler wanted to speak to him. And now Crombie's going to go to the box for the Colts, and I believe Rowan will go again. Look at this, watch this here, lower left hand of your screen. Rowan's going to grab the stick, and well, there she goes.
Coach will always tell you to make sure you have a good grip on your stick. BJ Crombie letting that one go as the two players go off into the box.
And now Swanson will come up with it. He'll dodge the hit, throw it around near side. Kenny Young is on it. Oh, big hit there. In comes Wojcik. Here's a chance. Burns shot, saved Koliakovo.
Through the regular season, we'll take another look at this huge hit in the corner. Looks like Kenny Young down there digging the puck out of the corner. And he'll hear some footsteps coming, and there they are. It's Wojcik laying a huge hit, drawing.
Find the pass in a hurry. It was Wolski, but Patil comes in to take it. He'll send it around behind the net. Luby in deep in the corner to get it. Takes the hit from Savachkin hard, and Jason will send it around. Penalty coming up to the Colts. Savachkin's going to get called for high sticking, and that certainly does not sit well with the 4,247 zebra stripes in the seats tonight.
Was able to control them fairly easily, and the Battalion 0 for 3 on the power play so far tonight.
Back to the point, Simmons on the puck, backhander in. Swanson taken out by Krebs. Fans didn't like that one either. McClement trying to move the puck behind the net, and now does. Back out. Here's a chance for Young. Off to Simmons. Simmons shot, scores! Brent Burns may have tipped it in front as it went through the legs of Koliakovo, but a power play marker for the Battalion, and they're back within one.
Well, there's a screen, Paulo Koliakovo, that saw the puck trickle between his legs off the shot from Stuart Simmons. You can see Simmons gets the puck, unleashes a wrist shot, which is not usually seen from the point. Burns standing right there. Can't quite see if he did get a tip. I don't believe he did. He just put a pretty good screen on Paulo Koliakovo. And the Brampton Battalion get their first power play goal of the game and come within one of the Barrie Colts.
Blocked by Schwantz. Chason on the puck in the corner. Chason feeds it in front. Lee shot glove by Brad Topping, and he'll hang on as Chason found his man. Crombie, a little flip pass up the center. Langdon just chips it into the Brampton zone and bats at the puck, and Topping will come out of the side of the goal and cover it up. And now more pushing and shoving out the side of the net here is one of the Brampton players. I believe that's Young, maybe got decked there in the play.
I believe it is Kevin Young, and he is very still at the end boards. He has yet to move. There, his head does move a little bit. And he gets up, appears to be all right.
Crombie's going to go to the box as Young, once all the crowd cleared, jumped right back up and waved off the trainer. Now back to Young. Young holds it, puts it over to Simmons. Back to Young. Back to Simmons. Simmons back to Young. Fires a shot off the goal post. Pumps it in. Brent Burns will hustle after it. Koliakovo out on the net. Plays it up around the top of the glass. Simmons can't get to it. 2-on-1 short-handed. Here's Crombie with chase on. Crombie has it knocked away by Kevin Young. Never made the play. Back up ice comes McClement. 2-on-1 for Brampton. McClement with Burns. McClement shot, and it's blocked by Platil. He'll get the puck right back in the corner. Seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Here's Krebs with it. Krebs holds, waits, across, firing Simmons off the outside of the net. Crombie will race after it. Simmons keeps it in the corner. Here's McClement. McClement backdoor and hops over the sticks of Krebs. Krebs on it now. 5-on-4. Power play is Swanson's back on the ice. Krebs around Chase on. Krebs around the goal. Wrap around. Can't get the shot. Loose puck. Swanson bats at it. Off the glass and down the ice. Fire will feed it up for Mark Langdon. Langdon in on the wing. Gets dumped by Lojek. Chris Clayton up with it. Clayton hammers it off the boards by Swanson and down the ice. Koliakovo out of the net, up for Swanson. Swanson chips it over to Nick Lees. Brought in by the Colts as Himmelfarb storms to the net. Lees into the slot. Shot. Save. Topping. Rebound. Loose. They score! Mark Langdon. Power play goal. And it's 4-2 for Barrie.
With just 12.4 seconds left to go in the second period, the Barrie Colts have restored their 2-goal lead heading into the period intermission, and Bud Stefanski will be happy at this because the Colts were relentless in their attack in front of the net. A number of players standing right on the doorstep, but it was Mark Langdon banking it off one post past Brad Topping, tucking it into the back of the net.
Puck will come back out to center. Stripped away by Zavashkin. Here's Burns to the net. Burns pokes one. Koliakovo comes up with a stop as he went to poke it away, but Brent Burns trying to storm through the D.
And there's a hooking call coming to the Barrie Colts. Burns showing some great speed and splitting the defense. Not sure who's getting it. Looks like it might be Malcolm McMillan going off to the box for hooking. As really, Colts defenseman had little left to do but to hook. Brent Burns.
Ojek pressured by Crombie. Moves it over to Ryan Olahan. Picked up, brought in by Himmelfarb. Here's Himmelfarb to the net. Himmelfarb poked away by Topping. Oh, my stars! What a stop by Topping as Crombie threw it back at the goaltender. And
well, Brad Topping sitting second amongst OHL goaltenders and goals against in these playoffs, and showing good reasons why, as he made a huge stop with the blocker on Eric Himmelfarb, then again with the paddle on BJ Crombie. As if Crombie would have lifted it about 3 inches off the ice, it would have been a guaranteed goal.
No, 6 inches. Come on now, 3, it still hits the paddle. The likes of Luby take it, but his shot is blocked, and Crombie will come back up ice, gets back to his feet. Now feeds Dan Spear. Spear drops, Chase on, fires, Topping with a big save. Owen broken up by Himmelfarb. Himmelfarb looks to get it across the Lees. Pat's too far in front of him. Lees across Himmelfarb, and he shot it wide of the net. That's the second time in 2 games that Himmelfarb has shot a puck wide as he by him momentarily. He got it back over to Krebs on the left wing. Krebs tries to cut to the goal with Rosendale in front. Shot. Oh, big save. Rebound, and it's over the net. Koliakovo stacks the pads. He's got no stick. Made the first save. Wolski over the net. Here's another chance. Shot stuck by Koliakovo. And it's cleared down the ice as Krebs had a great chance in the slot. Schwann's back after it, icing the call. Under 5 to go in the third as the Colts netminder holds the fort tonight.
Koliakovo lucky he lost his stick, and he didn't even have a defenseman around him to give him a stick. And he had to make a couple saves without that precious goaltender paddle. As you take a look at the initial one, Scott Rosendale does get the puck. Paulo Koliakovo stacking the pads, losing his stick, and then he makes it, I think he touches it a little bit on the second attempt by Wojtek Wolski, and it bounces off the crossbar too. As we'll take another look at it, we'll get a better angle this way. Wolski gets it off the crossbar. Koliakovo did not touch it.
Adam Henrik. Henrik through center, 16 to go over the line. Rister blocked by Swanson. Koliakovo out of the net. He'll wrap it up around the glass. Langdon there to try and poke it out. Young kept it in. Now Platil battles for it on the board. 7 seconds to go. Rolls back to center. And the fans here on the Molson Centre will give their team a big applause as Koliakovo gloves it. And this series is tied at 1.
And a well-deserved standing ovation for the Barrie Colts. A good hard-fought win over the Brampton Battalion to equal this series at 1, heading back to Brampton. The Battalion actually out shooting the Barrie Colts by a tally of 37-34.
So a 35 save performance by Paulo Koliakovo as the series is knotted at 1, heading back to Brampton tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock for Game 3. The Colts win it by a pair tonight, 4-2 the final. The 3 Stars, the post-game show. And for viewers in Simcoe County, the post-game show of the Saturday Night Sports Talk coming up still from Barrie.
back to the Barrie Molson Centre. 4-2 the final here tonight, and a very happy Barrie crowd. And let's have a look at our 3 stars now, and we'll start off with the 3rd star of the night. That one going to the Battalion's Brent Burns, a Barrie native. He gets a power play goal and a solid effort all the way around. Number 2 star from the Barrie Colts, Luke Chason. He gets a goal and an assist. And the number 1 star, also from the Barrie Colts, Jan Platil. A really strong effort tonight. He had a goal and 2 assists. Now let's head upstairs one final time to the broadcast booth for their thoughts on the game tonight. Here's John Bartlett and Dave Bradley.
Well, thanks very much, Rob. The Colts did what they had to do, get a win on home ice tonight and tie the series back up, and also sort of a bit of a convincing win, too. A lot of rough stuff, with no surprise we saw in the game here tonight.
Yeah, this win sends a message back to the Brampton Battalion, knowing that the Colts came that close to winning in Brampton and winning so decisively here on home ice. What are they going to do down in Brampton in Game 3? That's another story.
Young, point shot, save Koliakovo, loose buckets. Henrik with it, his shot, they score! From Luby, fans wanted to call there. They don't get one. Chase on, score!